If you like this video, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell icon to get the latest updates.
So yesterday we were discussing about the sales order processing, in which how each document type, whether it's a sales order, delivery, and billing documents, when we are using that particular order type, how the system behaves when the certain configuration checks are being what you can say set. So in that we were discussing on the sales header part, which is the sales document type. So we will continue with that portion only. So let me go to the transaction VOV8, which is the shortcut transaction for SPR for the sales order type, or else you can use the transaction SPR0 with the sales and distribution node, in which you have to go to the sales node, and in that, in sales document header, you have to go and define the sales document type. Okay, so now we were discussing with our standard order type, which is OR. Let me select it, go to the magnifying details, and we were discussing about the incompletion procedure, right?
Yeah.
So since this is an sales order type OR, so obviously when we will be using the incompletion procedure, at that time you will find here SAP recommended many options. Okay, so in that, the 11th option from the descending order, you will find here it's the sales order. Okay, so by default you can. So we were saying about the incompletion procedure, right? So
Yes.
for order type OR, you will find here n number of incompletion procedures, but for order specific, sales order specific, they have chosen the 11th, which is the standard SAP recommended. Okay, so by default also we have to go, or we have to opt the same incompletion procedure. Okay, but you will be wondering from where this incompletion procedure is coming, right?
Right.
So in the SPR path itself, okay, in the basic function, okay, the sales and distribution node, in the basic function, if you just scroll down here, there is one terminology, log of incomplete items. Okay, in that, if you click on the incompletion procedure, you will find here 4 or 5 groups like A, B, C, D, which denotes A for sales header, A for B for sales item, and so on. Okay, so just for the information purpose, we will select group A, which is sales header. And if I click on procedure, you will find here n number of procedure, right? The same procedure which we could see using the F4 option here, right? See, one is direct mail, sales activity, blah, blah, blah. You will find all this coming from this configuration setting. So this is a kind of error group A, which is denoted as the sales header. And in that, somebody or SAP has recommended the what you can say incompletion procedure, which we can opt for. Now since we are seeing the sales order type, so we will be seeing, or we will be interested in seeing what all things have been configured in the sales order. So you can select the incompletion procedure 11 and click on the fields option. Okay, so here you can see the standard SAP recommended header level table is VBAK, right? VBAK. In that, these are the field names, and what the description shows, that the document date, okay, the sales office, the document currency, Incoterms, pricing date, terms of payment. If these are missing in your sales order while creating your sales order, at that time, as per the status, you will be receiving the error message, warning message, or information message. These are nothing but the warning. How do you want to behave, and where the status need to be applicable. So this document state has been set with general. So it will be showing at the sales order creation level. Then we have document currency, okay, which is denoted with 3. It will be applicable in the general sales order as well as in the billing document, as well as at the time of goods movement, and so on. Okay.
But where do you assign the message number or something like that?
Message number, yeah, 1 second. So have you understood about this thing?
Yeah.
So once the error group is decided, we have to go back, and then we have to assign the incompletion procedure. So here you can choose the activity. Where do you want to apply? At the sales document type, at the item category level, the scheduling category, partner function, and so on. So we are interested in the sales document type. So here you can see the sales document type in column first, then you can see the incompletion procedure, right? So now I will click on position. I will enter the order type OR. So here you can see with OR, it has been assigned with 11 as a pricing procedure. Therefore, when you are selecting in VOVA transaction, you can see the incompletion procedure as 11 automatically updated, right?
Right.
So I will go back again here. Now here you can see there is a incompletion message, right?
Yeah.
So if I just click on it and if I press F1, indicates whether you can complete, or you can say whether do you want to save the sales order with or without error message. This is the dialog box. It's a straight away. If in case you mark this field, then while saving you will get the information, right? This is your this is the answer for your question. Okay, so I'm not disturbing the standard configuration changes. Let it keep as untick only. Okay, we want to save no. Okay, once you have defined the incompletion procedure, then you have to assign it. And if in case you want to edit some status group, like what we have seen in the first node itself, you can go and tick it manually here. Okay, so we have general column which is for sales order. We have a column for delivery. We have column for billing, pricing, goods movement, picking and packing, and so on. Okay. So for practicing, go with the standard only. But if in case you want to do some customization, then you can opt for your own incompletion procedure and the status group. But usually the standard recommended options are sufficient enough for the sales order, delivery, and billing documents. Okay.
Yep.
So coming back to our VO-V8 screen. So this was the incompletion procedure. Okay. Then we have a transaction group 0. Okay. It has been by default set for sales order, right? Since we are interested in our sales order, so you can opt for transaction group as 0, which is denoted for sales order. Okay, this group controls the transaction code like VA01, VA0, VL0, and VF01, and so on. So it will be by default when you will copy with the standard order type, it will be chosen as 0 only. Okay, for delivery, it will be showing as the what you can solve. For quotation, it will be showing 1, for inquiry, and so on. Okay. This is just a transactional behavior, nothing else. Then to the right hand side, we can see F code for overview screen. It again, it's a by default which SAP recommended. You can, if I just expand it, they have used in the standard as UER1. Okay, press enter to go to general view. Okay, this field controls which screen should be displayed by default while entering the sales document. So by default, we want to see the sales order screen. So you can opt for this general overview.
Yep.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Yes. Then quotation message. Okay. If you maintain this, then while creating sales order, system will check for XYZ customer, is there any open quotation exist or not? If yes, then system will propose the quotation number. You might have seen many times while creating sales order for XYZ customer, system gives us one pop-up message like, hey, for this customer, there are so many blah, blah, blah open quotations. Do you want to use them? Or you want to create a sales order without the quotation, reference quotation? So this check can be applied at the line item level, right? Obviously, when we are entering material, system will show you the pop-up message.
Right.
Right. Then comes the outline agreement message. Again, if I just click on F4 button, here you will find the same short descriptions of the checks. Again, if you maintain this field, then while creating sales order, system for XYZ customer will show whether there are any open contracts exist or not. If yes, system will propose the open contract. Else, they will skip it or ignore it.
Okay.
Okay. Then comes the most important part of the sales document type, which is the document pricing procedure. Do you recollect? You have heard this somewhere else also?
Oh yeah, a lot of times.
Yeah, I think I've mentioned about the price in pricing also. Maybe not. Somewhere I've mentioned one thing, how pricing is determined, right?
Price control.
Anyway, no, not price control. Document pricing procedure, customer pricing procedure. I've mentioned somewhere. Anyway, in the time of pricing, we'll be seeing that. But for the time being, yeah, how a pricing procedure is determined in sales order, right? This was your question you have asked
Yeah.
me. So pricing procedure is determined in the combination of sales area, document pricing procedure from your sales order type over, right? In the time of customer master itself, we were discussing this. So this is the check which you can control at the order level. So here, this is the document pricing procedure. If I just click on F4 button, you will find here the standard recommended A. Usually we opt for A only. Even if you are using the customization in your project or for your any XYZ organization, still you will find this. The significance is that this field is one of the parameter to determine the pricing procedure in your sales document. Okay.
Okay. And all the other fields that we have, they have a different logic in it.
Which field? This one?
Yeah, I mean all these.
Yes. If you want to differentiate the pricing procedure based on the document wise, then we can use different pricing procedure like A, B, C. Okay. If you want to
Right.
differentiate the pricing procedure based on the customer wise, then we use the customer pricing procedure 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on.
Okay.
Okay. Then the status profile. Okay. If I just click on F4 button, you will see thousands of status profile which SAP recommended. Usually, if you want to opt for, you can opt the significance in layman's language. If I would like to explain you, let's take a hypothetical example. Uh, if what you can see, if you have created a sales order, okay, before the sales order is released, okay, or maybe after creating a sales order by end user, the order will be sent to the authorized person, okay, any authorized person. He will cross check the order. If everything is fine, then the authorized people will release the sales order manually in the system. Then you will be able to create the further process like delivery, picking, packing, PJ, and invoice. Okay. So where the status profile is configured, again, you have to jump back to your SPRO path in sales and distribution model or the node. And in the sales node, you can see where status profile. Yeah, you can see here define and assign status profile. You have to just double click on the status profile. You can see here, these are the status profile. For the time being, I will just select anyone. And if I just click on details, so here you can see quote. Uh, Once it is created, you will see this short text as quote. Once it is accepted, it will have a status 2. If it is rejected, you have status 3. And if closed, then status 4. Okay. So based upon the priority, how you want to set the priority, you can set it. If you just go back, once the status profile is assigned, defined, then you have to assign it to your respective sales order type. So most of the time it has been assigned here itself. Okay.
Yes. Yes,
Yeah.
Vinit.
Yeah. So once the status profile is defined, you have to assign it at the order level. Okay. So here, if I just click on order type OR, okay. If you just select it, if you click on the details, again, system will show you the view it screen. Here you have to define the status profile. Okay. Usually, I think for the order type ZOR, the status profile is blank. And as per SAP, what you can say, based upon the customization, you can set it here. Else, for the standard behavior, the status profile is usually kept as a blank. So once the status profile is set at the order type, you have to again go back, and you can even allocate at the item category also, the status profile. Here you can see the item category screen, which we'll be seeing at the later stage, but just for information purpose, TAN is the standard item category recommended. Here also at the bottom, you will see the status profile. So you can either apply the status profile at the line item level or at the header level. Usually speaking, most of the status profile are assigned to the line item level, because line items behaves in different type than the sales order, because sales order document type is common for the order types. But in line item level, you will find thousands of different materials with different item categories and different checks and controls. So how you want to proceed further, for that the status profile can be assigned at the line item level. Okay.
Okay.
So this is the status profile. Then we have alternate sales document type. Okay. If user are confusing, if user are getting confusing between any two document types, okay, like the standard order, the cash sales, rush sales, or the consignment sales, credit memo, debit memo, okay, mistakenly if they are using the standard order type instead of Z1. So at that time, to overcome this, SAP has given a provision of alternate sales document type 1 and alternate sales document type 2. By using this, we can shift the sales document type from the document type, from one document type to another. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a simple way. Like suppose I have created a Z document type like ZRSN. Okay. But one of my end user still uses the order type OR. So at that time, what I will do, in order type OR also, I will mention about the alternate document type and ZRSN. So they can switch it immediately. Else, if they are creating order type with OR with no alternate document type, so what will happen? Or the order type will get saved with OR only, and there is no provision to edit it. If I just quickly show you VA02 transaction, which is the change mode for the sales order, this was the order type which we have created. If I just go to the header data, you can see the order type is grayed out, right? You cannot change it once the order is saved. So
Right.
SAP has given the provision at the time of order creation itself, you can change it. Okay. Usually end users will not do such mistakes, and this portion is kept blank, but don't know at the later stage how the end user training is being carried out. So accordingly,
It will not automatically change it. It will just give it the option of making the change.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Then you will see here one checkbox, which is incomplete message. Okay. You have the option like to check it or uncheck it. The significance is, if we check this, then if any of the mandatory field is missing, then system will not allow you to sell the sales order. Okay. And if you uncheck it, then even though some mandatory fields are missing in your sales order, system will allow you to save the order. That's it. In simple terminology. Okay. Then comes the variant part. Variant part, you were asking me, right? In the sales order, how we can change the view of the sales order, right? You were asking me. And you got confused with the customer master also. In customer master also, we were seeing the, what you can say, in while creating the account group, we have chosen some fields, right? Which field needs to be displayed. So similarly in SHDO transaction, let me jump to the SHDO transaction. This can be handled by the ABAPer, usually SHD0. Sorry, SHD0 is the transaction. Here you can use the transaction as VA01. Okay. You can use the F4 button. Now for VA01, let's check how many transaction variant are there. So these are the standard recommended business variant. You can see from here, right?
Yeah.
So you can use this variant, and you can customize the screen variant according to your requirement.
Okay.
Okay. Here you can see which what you can say box you want to hide, you want to display as output, you want to keep as invisible, and so on, or which documents are required. So these are the checkboxes. So in your standard recommended program, you can opt for this. Okay, there are thousands of fields which you will see in your sales order. Their technical specification name they have mentioned here. So if in case you want to keep some fields as invisible, here you can see these are the checkboxes you can apply for it. Okay, or else if you want to opt for some customization, like you have created your own transaction ZBA01, okay, then also you can assign some group name here. You can create it and assign to particular user. Mostly the order handler will be assigned with this screen variants, and for that you can take a help of ABAP and you can do this configuration check. Once the variant is set, you can assign it in the sales document tab here. So for standard recommended, they have used some by defaults also. If in case you want to opt for, you can opt, or else you can keep this field as a blank. Okay. Moving further, once the transaction flow is completed, you will find shipping tab, scheduling agreement, billing, and so on. Let's focus on shipping point now, because once the order is created, we will be focusing on the delivery type, right? So delivery type is nothing but coming under the shipping section. So first we can see the delivery type. So SAP recommended delivery type is LF. Okay, if I just click on F4 button, you will find here the delivery type. Somebody have created some Z also. So by default, if in case you opt, if in case you want to opt for delivery type as standard one, you can use LF, or else you can just customize it according to your own requirement. Okay, so I will be maintaining some information here about the standard delivery type is LF. For return delivery type is LR. For delivery without reference, it's LO. Without reference. Usually, for sales and distribution consultants, this requirement comes many times. Like, hey, we don't have any sales order, and we are not interested in delivering the goods with reference to sales order. In that sense, which order type, or which delivery order type we should use, then you can opt for LO.
Okay.
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 Then NLCC is for, I think, intercompany STO, intercompany sales stock transfer, and NLC is for standard delivery type. Okay, so these are the few. If in case you forgot, you can refer this. Okay, so for the time being, we will be going with the delivery type as LF. There are no more changes. Then delivery block. If in case if you maintain this field, then order will automatically be set to block for delivery, and system will not allow you to create a delivery for that order. Only the authorized persons can have the what you can say, the roles to release this block. Then only system will allow you to create the delivery. So if I just click on F4 button, you will see here n number of reasons, due to credit limit, political reason, blah 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 blah. You can set the delivery block. What will happen once you create a sales order? Okay, /n VA02, the same sales order, you will find here the delivery block, right? You can see the same options are available here. So once the order is created, let's suppose you want to straight away go for block, you can assign some block at the order document type level. Else, if in case once you have created the sales order, and then if you want to set a block, you can set it straight away here also. No issue. Anyway, if you want to automatically flow straight away from the order type itself, you can choose the option here itself, or else you can apply at the VA02 transaction level. Okay.
Yep.
Then you have a famous check immediate delivery. Okay. Usually in sales and distribution model, we have two processes, cash sales and rush orders. Both these are special business processes where, let's suppose uh, any XYZ customer walks into your organization and he says, okay, I need ABC material or some goods urgently. He will just go to this what you can say counter. He will ask for the goods. The authorized person will hand over the goods to him itself. He will pay the price for that, and he will move out of the organization. So at that time, once the sales order is created, you don't want to waste any time in creating the delivery. So you can opt for this option. Once the order is saved, automatically in the background, the delivery also will be what you can say saved. Okay, so we use this field only for cash sales and rush orders, and we maintain here the checks. You can see from the F4 button, there are 3 checks, but usually you can opt for A or X. X means create delivery immediately if the quantity confirmed for today, or else you can opt for create delivery immediately even though the stock is available with your planned storage location level or not. Okay, so if you maintain A, then system will not check whether stock is available or not. System will straight away create the delivery automatically. If you maintain X, then if stock is available, then system will create the delivery automatically in the background. That's it.
Got it.
Okay. Then shipping condition. You might have seen the shipping condition tab somewhere in Customer Master, right? Do you remember?
Yep.
The significance here is this field is one of the parameter to determine the shipping point in the sales document, right? If you maintain the shipping point here, then system will override the shipping condition in the Customer Master, which we have maintained, right? Do you remember the Customer Master?
Right. Yeah, I think I asked you a question too at that time.
Yes. So good that you remember and recollect all those. Then profile. Usually no one opt for this profile. If in case you want to opt for, there are thousands of fields, but not all fields are recommended, right? So someone have what you can say maintained in the standard order type. Usually you will find this field as a blank only. I don't know, some other trainee might have updated here. Usually this field is blank. Okay,
So do you see like a log over here, like who updated the field last time? Usually you can see it somewhere, right?
yeah, CD HD pause. But since this is the ID system, the common user ID what we all have is something like this, right?
Oh, okay.
So we will not be able to find who have mentioned this. So anyway, what I have done, I have created one Z order type. In this, I will just remove this field from here. Okay, no need to worry. Now again, I will jump to the order type over, and we were in the shipping portion, right? So now coming to the billing part. Okay, so here the first option is delivery relevant billing type, right? By the name itself, it says uh, how do you want to opt for. If you maintain the billing type here, then system by default will take what you can say the billing type while creating the invoice. If the billing type is delivery relevant, then maintain the field here. If in case you want to maintain order related billing type, then you can maintain here. So F2 is nothing but the standard recommended billing type F2. Whenever you will create a sales order, usually all the consultants from the sales and distribution module will use the standard recommended F2 invoice. And later on, if you want to customize, you can go with ZF2, YF2, and so on. So here we have two options, delivery relevant or billing relevant. How do you want to proceed? So you can opt for both as same, right?
Got it.
By the definition itself, it is saying which relevant type do you want to use. So some will be delivery relevant, some will be billing relevant, and so on. Okay. Then comes the billing. Then comes the intercompany billing type. Again, it is the standard recommended IV. or you can use the nomenclature as IV only. For intercompany billing type, you have to use this only. Okay, there is no other option available. You have to use by default IV. Then we have a billing block. Okay, similarly like delivery block, you have a billing block, and the reason is if you maintain this field, then the order will be automatically blocked for billing, and the authorized person only will do the cross check, and then he will release the block, right? At the sales order level also, you can see there is a billing block, right? Blah blah
Yeah.
blah blah are the entries. Again, these entries you will find in the VO transaction. If I just click on F4, blah 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 blah, right? Based upon the calculation missing, pricing incomplete, payment terms missing, and so on. If in case you want to apply the billing block, you can apply it. Okay. Then comes the famous condition type EK02, right? When we have created the sales order at the line item level, in the condition type, we have seen the pricing automatically being flown. Now, since it is not mentioned here, but usually you will find here the EK02. If I just click on F4, EK02, EK02. Okay, since this is the demo sales order, in the pricing procedure they have not mentioned, but usually in the standard recommended pricing procedure you will find this. Let me quickly show you this pricing procedure. The standard pricing procedure is RBAA01. Okay, this is the standard recommended pricing procedure. If you just go to the control, you can see here EQ01 and EQ02, right? These are the condition types. So now let me check EK02. Yeah, this is the calculated price, right? So usually, let me mention the point here itself. In VOV8, type okay. Here we have two options, EK01 and EK02. Okay. So here, these fields I will mention. Determine the product cost sales document below condition type are used. Okay, so you can opt for EK02 or EK01. So what is the difference between two? If the selling price is total cost, then you can go with EK01. If the selling price is not dependent on cost, then you can choose EK02 straight away. Okay.
Okay.
So jumping back to again my original screen, you will see here the billing plan type. Okay. If I just click on F4 button, you will see the standard recommended milestone billing, periodic billing, right? If in case your work is going to be what you can say completed in periodic ways, then you can opt for periodic. If a certain part of the structure is completed and then you have to bill it, you can opt for milestone, right? From FI point also, you will be familiar with these two billing types.
Right.
So milestone billing is the activity based upon the billing, or what you can say, based upon the work done, and it will be used in the construction industry, project industry, and so on, right? And periodic billing, which will be the billing which you will be using on the regular intervals, right? Monthly billing. Usually we opt for service and rental contracts with periodic billing. Accordingly, you can set it here. Payment guarantee procedure, again you will find this field in the custom master also, right? So already I have mentioned the payment guarantee procedure, how it behaves, and same if in case you want to apply at the document level, you can apply it. So not much of important. Then okay, the checking group. The checking group again, it's you will find this field in your credit management, right? So
Yeah.
standard recommended is 01, which is applied for the order type. Then we have lead time days. Okay, if you maintain the lead time in days here, then it will override the replenishment lead time in the material master data. Usually the MM or the PP consultant will approach you and he will say whether you want to add some lead time in days for this order type or not. Usually we'll keep it as a blank only. No need to worry about this. Still, if in case in some what you can say restricted organization, if they have only one process, one common process, they can use the lead time here. Else, for the big organization, you can skip it or you can mention 0. Okay, proposed delivery date and proposed PO date. Okay, both this check you have to apply it, or you can say you can check it. The significance of proposed delivery date. If you check this, then system will propose today's date as the requested delivery date in the sales document. And if in case you uncheck this, then system will not propose the requested delivery date in the sales document, right? If I just quickly show you in our sales order type, let me create one sales order BA01 with order type GRSM. My demo org structure is S. Okay, I will choose something random. Okay, so you can see here automatically the requested delivery type was populated. Automatically the PO date was populated, right? I have not entered it here, right? So from where it came, so these are the two checks. Similarly, proposed PO date. You can see here the PO date, right? If you check this, system will propose today's date as the PO date. Okay, if you uncheck, then system will not propose PO date in the sales document. In a simple way.
Got it.
These are the what you can say most of the pre-checks which you can apply while creating the sales document type. Contract usually we don't opt for. Therefore you can see all these fields are blank, right? Still
These are
some
all the important fields that you have mentioned, right? I think you in your Excel sheet you have mentioned like the months that we need to remember the most.
no, I have not mentioned in my Excel sheet.
Okay, I was just thinking like which are like I know that you mentioned like a couple of them like in the first section like general control and and the transaction flow. These are like some of the fields that I have like we should know for sure.
Yes. So yeah, if you want, then I will create a general note for sales document type, and I will share this Excel sheet with you. Usually, why I have not mentioned these points, because in your live or you can say in your practice session also, you will be using thousands of checks here, right? It is independent of who for which org or the business process you are opting for. So that's why I have not opted. Just I have mentioned the order type, the standard order type over. You can just copy it and you can change the way you want it. That's why I have not mentioned. But still, in the general note, I will mention about the important fields. But what I have discussed in last and today's session, those are the very much important points or the fields. Rest, you will no one will ask you why you have not mentioned or what is the significance. Okay. Even in the live business scenario also, maybe in your Harley Davidson case, you can just go to your demo or the sandbox session and you can check for the your customized document type. You will find most of the things which we have discussed in this session, that only will be configured. Rest they will keep it as a blank only.
Okay.
Okay. I will make a note of this and I will share this sheet maybe at the later stage. Okay. So, said in this way, we have completed the sales document type. Do you have any doubt in this portion?
I mean, it's pretty clear. It's just that,
yeah, you have to just jump into the system, and still if in case you want more knowledge from this, You can opt with F1. Obviously, SAP will help you with examples also.
Yeah.
But in the layman's language, in the simple terminologies, I have tried my best to explain you the straight away what you can say suggestion or the recommendation of these fields.
Yep.
Okay. So moving back to the Excel sheet, once the sales order type is configured, okay, we have to jump to the item category. Just for your information purpose, we are using the what you can say the normal or we are using for our practice session the customized order type. I have just copied this standard order type and I have just renamed it, okay, to GRSM. Just for more specific, I will edit. I will again go to the ZRSM and I will use here user order type, so that at the later session, if in case you want to go through this also, you can go it. I have not changed anything here. Okay, all the parameters what you will find in the order type or same you will find here itself. Nothing has been changed. Okay.
Okay.
So I will just save it for the time being. Now, once the sales order type is created, again you have to jump back to the transaction SPRO. You have to go to reference IMG, same sales and distribution node. In that sales node, in the sales document, once the sales order header type is created, once you have defined it, if in case you want to give some number range for your sales document type, you can create give it, okay, based upon the intervals. So there are thousands of intervals. You will be using the standard recommended, and once the number range is defined, again you have to jump back and you have to mention those number range here, right?
Yeah.
The internal assignment. Then it will go back. Once you have defined the number range, then you have to assign the sales document type to your sales area, right?
Yep.
If I just click on this node, now here you can see there are 4 options. So we have to do this activity. Let me quickly check this combination. The sales organization combination with the order type. Now our Sulzer sales organization type was 5500, right? So for 5500, the reference org will be 5500 itself. I'm not changing it to some any reference sales or the sales. Now somebody have made some here. If I click on F4, I will use here the same one. Okay. Let me check if someone has created some different. Okay, nothing. So again, I will use the same organization, which is 5500. Okay, I will not save it. I will go back. Then we have distribution channel. Again, our distribution channel was 1B, right? So again, for 1B, which was my distribution channel as a distributor, I have the reference distribution channel as 1B only. And for 1C, it is 1C only. Okay, just a reference distribution channel the SAP want, so we have to mention those same. Again comes the division part. Again, for 5500, my division was 1B itself. So for 1B, main division, the reference division is also 1B, and for 1C it's 1C. So again, jumping back. Now comes the sales order type permitted for the sales area. Okay, so now I will click on this 4th activity. It takes some time because there are a lot of data. You're getting right?
Yeah. I mean, so far it's clear.
Let me know if in case you have any doubts. Now we will be, once the sales order header part is completed, we will jump to the item category. Most of the fields are same, what we have seen in the sales header type. Few which are important, we will discuss those.
So how important, so like, should I just like learn all these fields, or should I just like, just need to know about them? I don't
Yeah.
need to learn.
No need to learn. Just you need to what you can say, go through each of the transaction, make a note of it. In future, if someone request you that can we make some changes here and there, then you can go to the sales order type and you can do the config change. But no one will ask you for thousands of fields for configuration. Okay, just for
Okay.
knowledge purpose, you if in case you want to learn, you can learn it. Okay, I will just click on position. Let me check for 5500 1B 1B. What is the document type? I think there is no entry only. So I will straight away go for new entries. I will enter my reference sensor, my reference distribution channel, my reference division, and my order type. Okay. So now just remember not to use the order type OR. We will use our customized ZRSN, which is Sunzer specific. Yeah, this one, right?
Yeah.
Again for 5500 1C 1C, my second org level, again I will use the same. Okay, once you have entered, save those entries in the TR, and that's it. This is the header configuration which we have to mention here. Okay, so once this node is completed, we have to jump to the sales document item. Again, you will see here define item categories. Okay, so I have mentioned the configuration path and even the shortcut transaction here. The T code for defining the item categories VOV7. For order type, it's VOV8, and for item category, it's VOV7. Okay, I will just cancel the unwanted things. Okay, so either you can use the long path or else you can use the transaction VOV7. Okay, so in this, as I've mentioned, I think I've mentioned here also, the standard recommended item category is TAN. Okay, for knowledge purpose, we will be using the TAN. I will select go to display mode because someone might be using this. So instead of locking it, I will explain you in the display mode. Okay, so the standard recommended item category is TAN. Okay, what does item category basically means? Okay, item category control the line item data of the sales document, right? We have seen in our sales order also. Once we enter the material, once we enter the quantity, again automatically system populates the item category, right? I have not
Right.
mentioned it manually. So how this item category comes and what are the behaviors we will learn in this section. So the first and the for your knowledge purpose, I have mentioned the item categories in the column R. Okay, so if in case you have any doubt, like okay, for inquiry, what is the standard recommended item category, you can refer this Excel I have mentioned here. Okay, so for sales
So
order,
just a,
it's 10.
just a quick question, sorry, Samir, that the item category also determines the pricing condition, or is it again just a, I think maybe you mentioned somewhere like pricing conditions automatically pops through the sales order type?
Yeah. You mean from the custom master?
Yeah. Like,
Yes.
does it also comes from the material master too? Like if I have not defined it in customer master, then I put the condition, like if I put a condition material in the item category, right?
You first of all said in custom master there is no field for item category.
No,
Okay.
no, I know, but what I'm saying is like, for example, if I have not defined the price group, right, and customer pricing procedure and all that stuff, for example, and I put a material in the sales order and press enter, and as you're mentioning that things are automatically popping up, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
will that also drive the pricing conditions for this material?
Yeah, for item category specific, what let me show you one transaction OVKK. if in case you have not mentioned the customer pricing procedure, which is defined in the customer master, then system will not able to pick the pricing procedure. First of all, point number one. And second point number two, which is the item category. This item category will not behave or will not be able to, what you can say, trigger the rest of the process, like whether the scheduling line is allowed or not, whether to determine cost or not. So these are the checks. If in case you miss it here, then at the line item level, you will not be able to see it. So point number one, from the pricing perspective, we have only these four checks which needs to be enabled, like the sales organization, distribution channel, division, document pricing procedure, and customer pricing procedure. So document pricing procedure we have seen in the VOVA transaction, and customer pricing procedure, it will be flown from the customer master data, right?
Yeah.
In the sales area tab, we'll find it here, right? And talking about the item categories, it will controls all the behavior at the line item level, including the pricing. So both are required. Both parameters are required.
Okay.
But there are no significance of customer master to item categories. So even if in case you have mentioned or to fill, or if you have forgotten to fill any parameters at the customer master level, it will not have any impact for the item category. Item category is a different concept and customer master is different concept.
Got it.
So now I have mentioned in my Excel sheet the standard item categories in the sales document structure. Okay, refer column R. Okay, so now we will jump quickly to the details. Okay, the first one is the item type. Okay, if I just click on F4 button here, you will see here a few SAP recommended item types, like whether this item category you want to display as a value item, text item, packaging item, material not relevant, and so on. Okay, this field specifies the functionality of the line item, whether the item is a normal item, or normal item you will in the sense like a standard item, or whether it's a what you can say text item and so on. So usually for all sellable goods, okay, for all sellable goods we will use the standard item, which is blank. If they are text item just for knowledge purpose, then you can opt for text item. Okay, so standard items are those items which we will be selling to the customers. Text items are those items which consist of some information, like user manual, catalog, booklet, and so on, which will never sell it to the customer, right? Okay. Only main product will be sold, no text item will be sold. Then we have value item. Okay, it is an item which consists of some values and which we will deliver to the customer, and which we will never sell it to the end customer as a gift voucher. We will sell it, but we will not apply any pricing for them.
Okay.
Packaging item, it is item, I think, which will be used for packing related, packing with main item, like the cold drink bottles, the gas cylinder, and so on. For packaging purpose, you can opt for packaging items. Okay. Then comes the business item check. Okay, very important check to remember. This field controls whether to change the business data, okay, at the line item level or not. Since we are talking about the item category, everything will be applicable at the line item level. So this field controls whether to change the business data at the line item or not. If we check this field, then system will allow you to change the business data. If you uncheck it, then system will not allow you to change the business data. Okay, now you have a big question now. What is business data, right? So business data we have seen in the customer master itself, like the sales tab, the shipping tab, the billing tab, right? If I just quickly jump to the customer master, you have seen these fields, right? Office, sales group, customer group, blah, blah, blah. Then in the shipping also, you will see delivery priority, blah, blah, blah. Then in the billing types also, you have seen this. So now what is the SAP recommended business data, and where it is stored. So VBKD is the transaction. You can see here the sales document business data. Now, since we have created one demo order, right? Few sessions back, I will just enter the sales document here and I will click on execute button. Now, if I just double click here, if you just quickly glance here, you will find the same details, right? Pricing group, customer group, sales district, price district, Incoterms, invoicing dates, and so on. You can relate all these things where in the custom master, right? All these three tabs. So this is nothing but the business data. Anyone, if they ask you, okay, sir, please show me the business data from where it is flowing. So it is flowing from the custom master, from these three tabs. And if in case when the sales order is created, if someone asks you where the information is stored, then you can use the transaction VBKD. Okay. Now, sometimes what happens, usually people while practicing, they untick it. Okay. And at the sales orders creation screen, let's suppose you have created the sales order, you have saved it, and you will find here at the line item level, all the details, right? Like the customer group, the pricing group, the material group, in shipping point, you will find the plan, store location, and so on. And in the billing document also the input terms, payment terms, all these things will be grayed out. Why? If in case you have unchecked it, so system will not allow you to edit it. But if in case you have applied a check here, then all these things are, what you can say, will be available for you to edit it or change it at the later stage.
Okay.
Okay. So this is the significance of the business item. Then comes the completion rule. Okay, by the name itself, it says something once it is done or XYZ activity is completed, how the rule needs to be behaved. So if I just expand it, you will see here option A, item is completed with the first reference. Option B, item is completed after full quantity has been referenced. Item C, if only the target quantity is fully referenced, and so on. Okay, so now jumping back to our original sales order, which we have created with reference to quotation and inquiry, right? This was our order type. But you remember, we have created this order type with reference to some preceding document. It was nothing but our quotation, right?
Right.
So from quotation, we have directly created this sales order, right? So at that time, if in case you want to set some status, like let's suppose you have created a quotation, and from with reference to quotation, you are creating a sales order. And let's suppose you have referenced or you have copied all the reference quantity from quotation to sales order, and you want to what you can say, set the status as completely processed, or you can say completed. Now here you can see the quotation as being processed, right? Even though we have copied full reference quantity from quotation to sales order, still system shows the status as being processed. Usually it should have set the status as completed, right? But still you can see here being processed. Why? Because the completion rule has not been set. If in case, if you have set the option as B, like the item is completed after full quantity has been referenced, then you will find your status as completed. So in your day-to-day scenario also, someone will point out or highlight this issue. So at that time, please remember this thing. Okay. If someone asks you, like I said, I have referenced all the quantities, or I have created sales order with reference to the preceding document, but why my preceding document is being process status? So at that time, you have to jump to the item category and you have to check whether any completion rule has been set or not. Okay, completion rule is applicable only between two sales document type, which is inquiry to inquiry, quotation to quotation, sales order to inquiry, inquiry to quotation, and so on. You will not find this between order to delivery or delivery to invoice. Okay, please remember this point. Completion rule will be applicable only between two sales document type.
So the order and a delivery?
No, between inquiry to inquiry or inquiry to quotation, quotation to standard order.
Okay.
Not between order to delivery.
Got it.
Okay. Now, since someone have deleted that plant, I could have quickly showed you this thing. Let me check whether the plant exists or not. Because this was some demo sales order and someone have deleted the plant. Anyway, we will create our own sales order. At that time, I will show you this. Okay, I will just make a note of it. Just for the timing, remember this point. Then schedule line allowed. Obviously, with this tag and this notation, this field controls whether to determine the schedule line tab in the sales document or not, right? If there is a tick, then only at the line item level, you will find the schedule line tag, else it will be missing. If you just go to the line item data in the schedule line tag, you can see this is the tag, right? This will not be enabled if in case there is no check. Okay, once the check is there, then only we'll see this tab. Okay.
Got it.
Then comes the special stock. Okay, the special stock we usually apply it in the consignment process or make to order process. You can see here consignment. Yeah, you can see here. If in case there is consignment process being used in your organization, then for that particular item category which is used in the consignment orders, for those item categories you can apply this check. Okay, W means a special stock indicator for consignment, and for make to order, I think it's E, standard recommended orders on hand. Okay, the significance. Okay. Then item relevant for delivery. Okay, this is the check. Usually this field is only applicable for the text item or the value item. Okay, you can see here in the standard recommended tag, this field is unchecked. This because this field is not applicable for the standard items. Only if in case you have a text item or value item, at that time you will apply a check, else not. If you just click on F1 also, it will show you the same fields. Yes, use. The item itself is not delivered but serves only for information purpose, and for which it will be used as a text item or the line item or the value item, right?
Yep.
Then comes the billing relevance. Okay, here the billing relevance is, which is expanded. You will find here whether the billing relevance you want to opt for A, which is delivery related billing document, B, relevant for order related, and so on. Okay, this field controls whether the item is relevant for billing or not, first of all. And second thing, it will also control whether the item is order related or delivery related. Okay, so most of the time for the TAN, it's the standard recommended as A, which is delivery related, right? So let me check which item category we have seen here. It's TAN. Okay, so for TAN, the delivery type used was at the header level. If you go to the administrative data, it's LF, right? So it was order related, right?
Yeah.
Because we have, with reference to the sales order, we have delivered it. So this is the significance of billing relevance. There are a lot of configuration checks here, but I will show you only the main ones. Returns. Okay, by name itself, this field controls whether the item is delivering to the customer or coming from the customer. Okay, the purpose, the control, what you can say is like it controls the accounting document entry at the time of invoice. Usually we will be using this check once we will be seeing the return order concept. In the return order concept, you will find like we will create normal inquiry to or invoice process flow. Once the goods are shipped to the end customer, and when customer opens that goods and found that a few goods are in the damaged conditions or the faulty conditions, again he will call the salesperson and he will say, hey, the goods which you have delivered are faulty, so please ask your planners or the, what you can say, the handlers, order handlers, to visit the plant site and replace those with the new ones. So what the salesperson will do, he will contact the order handler, he will ask to create a return order, okay, with reference to the main invoice. Then the order handler will create a written or standard order. With reference to the written standard order, he or she will book the materials which are damaged. He will just enter at the line item level the damaged goods. Then he will save the return order. With reference to the return order, he or she will create a written delivery invoice, delivery document. Again, with reference to the delivery document, a written invoice will be created. So at that time, this configuration check is being used. If I just click on F1, the item is a written item if this field is selected. A simple definition which SAP is recommended. Okay. Now, I have already mentioned about the written item category. Yes. In the written order, said you can see from this, right? The order item category is REN, right?
Right.
So let me quickly go back to the item category and I will check REN, which is for written order, right? Standard item. I will just select it. If I go to the details, yes, you can see here the check is applied, right? If I just compare with VOV7 with the standard recommended item category as 10, PAN. Now I will just swap these two tabs. Can you see the difference?
Yes.
So in written order concept, you will apply this check. Many times people do the configuration, but they forget to apply this check. So their written order scenario never works. So this check is very important. Okay, please remember.
Okay.
Then comes the billing plan type. By the name itself, again, you have seen this billing type, right? Few time back in sales document type. Again, you will find at the item category also. Again, the same milestone, periodic billing. Then comes weight volume relevant. If we check this, system will calculate the weight and determine it into the sales document line item level. Okay, short description for this. It controls whether the system calculates the weights and volume of the particular item. Then comes the billing block. If you maintain the billing block here, then system it will be applicable for particular line item. By default, once you create what you can say, if you enter the material and quantity, automatically it will be set for the block. You if you have just noticed at the line item level also in the billing document type, you will find the block, right?
Yep.
So please remember.
Is it automatically assigned to it because of the?
Yes, if you mentioned here, automatically it will be assigned here.
Okay.
Okay, then comes the famous credit active, which is FI related. This field controls whether to update the line item value in the credit segment or not, credit management or not. If we check this, then only the line item value will be updated in the credit management, right?
Okay. Yep.
Then comes the famous pricing. You can see here X as a check has been enabled. X means pricing standard, pricing for empties and pricing for free goods. Free goods means if in case I will be showing you the free goods concept. Like suppose you have, let me demonstrate here. Free goods. Okay. Free goods may be inclusive, maybe exclusive. Okay. Inclusive means, let's suppose you are ordering 100 quantities of some goods. Okay. So what inclusive check will do? They will charge for 80 quantities. And 20 quantities will be given as a free goods. Okay. So inclusive means if in case you are buying 100 quantities from our organization, we will charge you for the 80 quantities and for rest of the 20 quantities we will give you as a free of cost. So how the system behaves at the line item level, this is the configuration check, which will be applied at the line item level for the item categories. Pricing for free goods, 100% discount. Now you will be wondering, so we are seeing this 10. So for 10, there is no, what you can say, this check has been applied. So where I can see the standard recommended free goods. So I will just quickly show you TANN. By the description itself, you can see free of charge item. If you just click here, you will see here, see, automatically B has been updated, right?
Right.
So this is the concept. We will be seeing at the time of free goods. And exclusive is nothing but, let's suppose again you are buying 100 quantities of goods. So what we will do, we will charge you for the 100 quantities, and we, we will give you some extra 20 quantities again. So your total quantities will be 120, out of which we will be charging for 100 quantities, and as a free of cost, we will give 20 more pieces.
So in case that you have not assigned that to the item category, for example, and you still go with this scenario.
Which one? Free goods?
Free goods one, right? Okay. Because you don't want to do it for like the whole item category wise. You basically want to do it just for that specific customer, and that's it. Just for one-time purpose.
Okay.
Is that possible, or? Yeah.
Then you can just straight away, let's suppose if I'm creating a sales order for my XYZ customer. Okay, this is my customer. I'm creating a sales order. I realize that this is my very good customer, and for this particular biscuits, the net value is blah blah blah. Okay, so if you can if you want to give some discounts, or if in case you want to give a free of cost, you can go to the condition tab. Okay, either you can give a 100% discount. I think it's K004.
But for example, like if you're following the same scenario, like you're giving 20 extra, and you don't want 20 to be charged on it, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you can go here and you can give a discount. Automatically, the price will be 0. But if in case
for 10 quantity, right? The condition is for, like, if you enter more, so like for example, enter 5 more quantity in it.
You mean at the new line item, or it's here itself?
No, just so if you add another item.
Sorry, 1 second. I think my mouse pad is not working.
Yeah. So add another. You can add the same item, or same one, and then you add 5 in it. Okay. Right. So over here now, if you go to conditions, right? So it's gonna give you, or it's giving you line by line. Okay.
Yes.
That's what I was just trying to understand.
At line item, everything will be behaving at the line item specific. For line item 10, it will be different. For line item 20, it will be different.
Got it. That makes sense. Okay.
Okay. Now jumping back to our standard item category, which is 10. Okay. So we have seen pricing. Okay. So for standard item category, usually we keep, yes, we need pricing with X as a mark. Okay. I think what else here we can. One second, let me check. I think round quantity, batch, no, these are not important ones. Statistical value, I think I can explain. Let me quickly check. Yeah, statistical value. Okay, here they have mentioned if it's blank, system will copy the item to the header total X, no cumulation, and blah blah. I think if you maintain this field, then line item value does not have any effect on the net value. This is the significance. And usually the line item value will become inactive. Usually this process is followed in the bill of material. In BOM header pricing, system will not determine the pricing for components, because some of the item categories are not relevant for pricing. So at that time, we can click we can set this check as active. But usually for the standard behavior, it's blank. I just click on F1. Indicates whether the system takes the value of an item into account when it determines the total value of a document.
Can you give me example of that? I kind of confused on this. Is it an important value like statistic value?
No, not important. That's why I've said if you maintain this field, then at the line item value does not have any effect on the net value. I mean to say, like, suppose we will take this example. Okay. If I click here in the condition tab, you can enter the what you can say net value at the condition level also. Okay. Now let me check order value HM00. Okay. Now said, please observe carefully. Okay. Now I'm entering price like 20,000. Okay.
Okay.
So here you can see something has been changed, right? Now if I jump to the line item level, you can see here the net value has been changed. First of all, the first behavior, right? Yeah. As soon as I've changed or added the condition at the header level. Now if I double click the line item level, you can see now all these condition types have been set to inactive, right? Only HM00 is active. Now let me quickly do some configuration check for this order itself. I will not save it. Practical example now. If I click on position 10, I select it. Okay. Now I will apply a check here. Now here there are two checks. Okay. Accumulation value cannot be used statistically, can be used as a statistically. Actually said it will be what you can say impacting only for the bomb, but still no accumulation. Okay. We will opt for this for the time being. I'm just saving it. I don't know with item category 10 whether it will behave or not. Okay. Now our standard process, like I'm entering the material. For material, I have already some pricing procedure already assigned. So I will just continue here. So you can see there is no condition type available now, or it has been set as inactive. Right. Now if I just go back here at the header level, it's a statistical now. It is of no use. You can see the behavior, right?
No condition will take effect on this.
Yes, that's it.
So it's a very risky.
Yes. Yes. So usually for 10, it's a blank. Now I'm going back. Again, I will create a sales order. Oh, sorry. I'm entering now material. Okay. As of now, I have not entered the quantity. I will just hit enter button now. And here you can see the price, right? And all these conditions are now active in green color.
Yeah.
Okay. Moving back again to our 10 standard item category. If I select it, if I go here. Okay. Statistical part is done. Determine cost. Okay. Very most important part. This field is one of the prerequisites to determine the cost into the sales document. If you check this, then only cost will be determined into the sales document. And usually this is happening for VPRS condition type. You can see this VPRS condition type.
Yeah.
So let's quickly demonstrate here itself. I will not save this order. Okay, again, I will go back here. Again, I will choose the position 10, some live demonstration. Okay, I have unchecked it. Okay, I'm saving it. I will again go back here. I will enter some details. Okay, I will enter the quantity material. Carefully observe. Okay, if at the material now, we will check whether VPRS is determined or not. You can see VPRS has been vanished. No more exist. Right?
Right.
This is the significance.
So determine cost basically VPS was what was the condition? What's the meaning of the BPRS? Sorry.
Okay, /o v/06. This is the shortcut transaction. /n v/06 in display mode position BPRS. This is the standard recommended condition type BPRS, and here you will see the configuration checks. Okay, usually this is the price condition type. Now let me quickly show you again. I will go back here. Go back here one step. ZRSM. Okay. If I double click, if I go to condition type, I have not entered this manually, right? It was predetermined, right?
Right.
So here are the configuration checks for the BPRS. Okay, if I just changes which can be made, you can see here the check, it has been enabled at the line item, right?
Right.
Second thing, no manual entry is possible. You can see here, right?
Yeah.
And the third part, which is the most important part, from where this price has been come. Whenever you have such doubt, you have to just click here. You have to use two tabs. One is the condition record, and another is the analysis. Okay. First, click on the condition record. System says for BPRS there is no condition record. So first of all, the first point is cleared out, right? There is no condition record maintained. Second thing, you have to click on the analysis button. Then you have to jump to the BPRS section. Okay. If you just click here, or amount copied from the material valuation data, right? Condition type blah 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 is the condition category. Determine their condition either from the material valuation data or amount is calculated from the condition value, right?
Okay.
So now quickly jump back. You will see here the condition value is 500, right? So now straight away go back one step, click select this material, click on effect. It will take you to the master data. Go to the accounting one section. You can see here standard price. This is your answer.
Oh, okay, got it.
Okay. Jumping back to our item category again in the display mode. Oh, sorry. 10. Okay. Now what is the thing the remaining? Automatic batch determination. If you check this, the batch number will be automatically determined into the sales document. Usually in the batch order concept, this is used. If I just click on F1, yeah. If you want to use automatic batch determination for the materials which are being handled at that time, this batch recommended. Usually, most of the organization does not opt for automatic batch determination. They want to proceed with the manual work. Okay. So if in case you want to apply, you can apply in the general control. Rounding permitted. So by the definition itself, if you check this, and if the order quantity is in decimal, by hypothetically, if some users enter sometimes like 1.1 material, 10.50 material, so it will be automatically rounding off to the nearest number. Okay. Yep. And this is the important field to remember for the standard recommended item category. The order quantity is equal to 1. Okay. Now, since there is no check enabled, but let's suppose we have a check, then system will restrict each line with quantity by 1. Just to quickly demonstrate, again, I will go here, 10. I select here this order quantity as 1. I will save it. Okay. So carefully observe. For our sales order type, which we were creating, we can enter 10, 20, thousands of materials quantity, right?
Right.
Now again, we will create a sales order. I don't know what happened to my tab. Okay, sorry. Again, I will enter this detail. Now I will try to enter 100 quantities.
Right.
Here is the answer, right? The message, blah, blah, blah. Let me quickly show you the message. If in case you got stuck anywhere, you can use SE11. You can use the message type. Since this is for V1, V1 is for the order. You can enter the message number this. You can display it. You can see here, right? These order types are applicable for your specific program, right? Again,
so basically this checkbox is like if order quantity equals to 1, if it's more than 1, then it will not allow you.
Yes. Sometimes in your business scenario, they will ask you that said, we want to restrict our materials to just single quantity, not more than 1. So where you will apply, you can apply at the item category level.
Okay.
Okay. Order quantity is done. Then status profile already we have seen in the order type. Screen sequence group already we have seen. Now screen sequence group for what you can say, line item level, it's the standard recommended, no need to change it. Okay, how the screens you want to see it. Then comes automatic create PO. Okay, the significance by the name itself, it says in third party scenario or in the individual purchase order process scenario, while creating a sales order, system automatically generates a PR, right? PR means purchase requisition.
So sorry, Sumit, I'm going to stop you. Like, so screen sequence group is again the same, the placement of the screens, like in the sense of in the item category or in the line item section.
Header and line item both, because both these options are available at header and line item, right?
So if you uncheck this, but then you're changing the sequence in the sense of like what needs to be activated and all that stuff, will that still take the effect?
It will not affect, but let's suppose now if I go back to the line item level, okay, here, let me go back. There are chances that in your live scenario, okay, if I just click on the line item level, apart from the standard recommended fields, which you can see here, right? Sales A, blah, 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 blah. If in case you want to add some more tabs, point number 1, if in case you want to add some more customized tabs, you can add it. And the sequence, how the sequence of groups should be seen at the line item level, like you can see sales A, sales B, and blah, blah, blah. So all the sequence groups has been predefined by the what you can say SAP itself, right? With what you can say the check as N. Okay, so if you just go back to the line item level at the table VBAP, okay, you can see here the chronological sequence, right?
Right, the sequence of.
Yes, so this sequence is usually being what you can say being controlled at line item and header level. So for both you can choose the option either through standard way or via customization way. How you want to see the screens at the what you can say creation mode.
So if you select this group, then how do you customize it then? Like how do you determine, I mean, customize it in the way of development way, or is it like a standard?
Yes. By the development way. It will be a pure enhancement.
Okay.
Okay.
Because I was trying to understand the significance of this field, right? I mean,
yes.
This, if we have defined N over here, then we have another sequence group, right? Like M or 6 or whatever.
Yes. Once you do the customization, okay, the ABAPer will hand over you with new object for VBAP. So if you click on F4, then you will see one more entry with blah 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 details.
That makes sense. Okay.
Okay. So in the create PO automatic check, once you check it, then only automatic PO will be created once you have the PR generated. If in case not, if you have untick, then automatic PO will not be created with reference to PR, which is purchase requisition. Okay.
Yep.
You got my point, right?
Yeah.
I think the rest of the fields are of not much important. Then we have partner determination procedure. Again, we have incompletion procedure. If in case you want to apply incompletion procedure, here the standard recommended is 20. Again, you can see the same sequence, right?
Right.
The same fields. You can apply at the item level also. Similarly, partner determination procedure. Now they have used N, which is standard only. Yeah, standard one. If in case you want to do customization, you can do customization. But usually we will opt for standard if in case we are going with the standard process. Then the text determination. You might have seen one tab text, right?
Right.
So there are many things here. So everything will be configured via text determination log. If you just click on display.
So if you want to add another field in this, like for example, you want to add
Here, you mean here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. In the text determination session, we will covering this.
Okay.
We will add some XYZ more options here. Okay.
Got it.
So this is the same text determination procedure which will be applying at the line item. So we have to store the data here. Meanwhile, I am just entering this general important checks which need to be remembered. Okay. This is for the document type. This is for the item category. So that at least you can review this. No one will ask you for all this, but most of the things you will find similar matches between order type, sales document type, and item category, like the billing block, right? In what you can say, in certification exams also, this point is asked, like, where do you find the billing blocks? At the header level, at the document level, at the line item level, schedule line levels, and so on. So these are applicable at both. You can see here, right?
Yeah.
So certain questions are being asked and you need to remember those. Rest of the things are of not much important, and I don't want to burden you with too many things because these are not required. That's why even in standard item category 10, they have kept all these fields blank, right? So a few things, but which are most relevant, I have mentioned here. Okay. Two more things I would like to tell you here. Structure of scope. Yeah. Structure of scope. I think all these are related to bill of material, and it will be helpful if PP consultant joins this session. Then it will be helpful. You can see from here, right? The structure of scope. Usually this field controls whether to explode the bomb or not. Also, it controls whether to explode single level bomb or multi-level bomb. That is the significance. If in case you want to go with single level bomb, then you can use A. If in case multi-level you want, then you can choose for B. Control level is value contract material. I think this field control, this field will be maintaining only for some different item categories, X, Y, Z. If you maintain some dummy material, which will be determined into the value contract. Maybe this is also not very important. Then rest of the things are fine. Contract, no need of no. This repair procedure is usually used for SAP CS model. Again, this DIP, dynamic intermediate performance, something, there is one full form, I'm not able to recollect now, but usually it is used for service scenarios. I think dynamic item processor, something like this. If I just click on F1, yeah, dynamic item processor, and is used for service, resource related billing. Do you have any SAP CS person in your organization?
I think so. See, the way that my team work is that
Mhm.
everybody is doing everything.
Okay.
So it's that's why it's like, even if I'm a finance person right now, I told you, like,
yeah.
there's a STO project going on, right?
Yes.
Standard transfer order.
Mhm.
And it's more on this PP SD area and things like
Okay.
that.
Okay.
But
Okay.
I still have to like support them.
Okay. But whenever, if in case you find the SAP CS guy, please ask him to provide you the item category which they use for service. And at that time, just glance these three fields. You will definitely find something or the other parameter here.
Okay.
Okay. So once the item category has been, no, we have not set for our Sulzer forms. Let me quickly go to the standard item category 10. We will select it. We will copy as. Okay. This is the standard way we usually do. Now Z10 obviously someone might have already created. This is the issue in the sandbox actually. We will use what to use ZSUP. Sulzer item category. Okay.
Usually you're just creating for our scenarios, but it's not something that we usually do. We usually just like use the standard ones.
Yes, yes. Because in our live, say what you can say, example, or wherever we are implementing the SAP, at that time we have 4 or 5 client servers, right? Development, quality, production. So, and there we never indulge in what you can say, this different kinds of checks. We do the configuration straight away, right?
Right.
For testing purpose we can do here and there, but usually we kept everything in the optimum level, right? In order to give more leverage to the production system, we keep in mind and then we do the configuration. So usually you will not find such things, and usually we will be using most of the cases as the standard concepts only. But for the time being now, let's adjust with some Z's. Okay. Now I've created, let me also note down here. I've created order type ZRSM and my item category is ZSUP. Usually I should have also opt for 10 only. What do you suggest?
I think, I mean, if you want to do Z10, but it's already there, I think.
Yes.
Somebody have already created it.
Yes, somebody already created and somebody have made thousands of what you can say here and other what you can say checks. Z10,
Right.
Z10. No, this is, sorry, this is the document type in item category. Okay. That's why I usually avoid to use Z. See, already someone has created GTS standard item.
Right.
Okay, we will see if in case we get thousands of error, we will opt for 10. But for meanwhile, we will use ZSUP. Okay.
Okay.
No issue. Now, once this item category is what you can configured with minimum checks, then third comes the schedule line. Okay, we have configured the header data, we have configured the line item data, and now we will be moving to the schedule lines. Okay, for schedule line also we have a table SCP recommended VOV6. If in case you don't want to follow this long route with SPR IMG, again in the sales and distribution node, in the sales tab, here is the schedule lines, right? Define and assign.
Right.
So if in case you want to avoid, you can use /n VOV6 shortcut transaction. Okay, and here also the data is saved in VBEP transaction. I have captured somewhere. The standard scheduling category is CP, but I have not captured the table, I think.
You can just do like a search.
Yes, already it's there in the top.
Yeah.
So Whenever, if in case you want to search the line schedule line level data, you can use the VBP transaction. Okay, just remember. And from the standard perspective, what all scheduling categories are required, I have mentioned in the column S. For sales order, you can see we have two scheduling item categories, CN and CP. Now you will have a question, why CN and CP, and what are the difference between both, right? Here is the CN and here is the CP, and with the description itself you can relate it. No MRP relevant. By the name CP itself, it shows that, okay, whenever there is a CP item scheduling category, the requirement will be generated and it will be transferred from sales order to the MM or the PP guys, right? For material requirement planning. And whenever the scheduling category is CN, there is no demand generated for the material requirement planning. It's a straight way go. So now I will show you in different what you can say tabs. Let me just quickly close all these transactions. Sayed, while configuring item categories, I think we have missed one point to define or assign. Let me quickly complete that also. The way we did in the header, right? We have defined and assigned. So similarly in the item category also, we have to assign the item categories, right?
Okay.
This is the foremost important point to remember. So I have also mentioned this thing in my notes. Yeah, item category determination. This is the very important question being asked in the certifications exams also, in the interviews, or even in your day-to-day life cycle business process. You will be wondering how the item category is determined, right? The same question which we were seeing, like while creating a sales order with GRSM type, how automatically when we enter the material and the quantity, the TAN get populated, right?
Yeah.
So now here is the answer. The item category determination is based on the below combination. The first is the sales document type plus the item category group plus the item usage plus the higher level item categories. So where you will find this, you can use the shortcut transaction V4, or else you can use the path which I have illustrated here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, same sales document type, item category group, usage, and higher level item category, right? Now we are interested in our document type ZRSM. I don't know what is the item category group. Let's quickly check in the Material Master. In this item category group, you will find in the sales general item category group. I think, yeah, you can see here it is norm, right? So I will enter here norm. Okay, what? Please carefully observe. I'm entering the sales document type ZRSM, item category group norm. I don't know about what is usage and higher level item category for the time being. Let's click on continue. You can see the results. Can you see it? With combination of sales document type ZRSM, item category group norm, these two fields are blank. The default item category which the system picked is TAN, right? In the sales document, right here.
Right.
So this is your answer. Please remember, whenever someone asks you, like, say, I want to find from where the item category is getting determined, you can jump to the transaction VO-V4 and you can ask for these details, 4 or 5 details, and then here you can search it.
Got it.
Okay, sales document type, you already know now. Then the item category group, you will find it in the material master data. Now I will quickly explain you about the item usage and the higher level item category. Okay, for that I will need some text here. Here I will show you item usage. Okay, the concept. System considers item usage for the scenarios like let's suppose whenever a sub item is automatically determined, okay, from bill of material, at that time you might have seen for the parent material, there will be some A item category. And for child line items, it will be B item categories. You might have seen somewhere. Have you seen this? If in case not, then let me show
Sorry,
you with
can you repeat the last part, Sumit? I think your voice was breaking a little bit.
item usage, about item usage, right?
Yeah.
Whenever a sub item is automatically determined into the sales document, okay, other than BOM nothing but bill of material. Like in scenarios like free goods, material determination, cross-selling, batch split, in that scenarios, the item usage is being used.
Okay.
Okay, now let me enter some points here, bullet points. The conditions, item category, conditions. Okay, whenever sub item is automatically determined in sales document, if you want to determine different item category, okay, for I think same combination of sales document type plus item category group. So in that case, item usage is used. Hope with these two statements, it is clear. But to illustrate you with the example, I can give you examples. Let me remember what kind of example I can give you, because I need example which you can understand it easily.
Okay.
I will take example of free goods determination. Okay, in free goods, you might have seen now we have a standard recommended item category as TAN and free goods as TANN, right?
Yeah.
This is the standard item category, and we have free goods item category, right? So now I will give you example here. This is the best way I can explain you. Example. Okay. Now, suppose you have configured the free goods determination in your Aspero path. Okay.
Yeah.
And you want to determine the free goods in your sales order. So you are creating a sales order. At that time, you will be having two materials, one with TAN and another with TNN, right? So this will work only if in case you have an item usage defined. So with standard example to show you, let's suppose you have an order type, OR. I will use capital letters OR as your sales document type. You have item category group now. Okay. And your item usage is for the meanwhile blank, and higher level item category is also blank. Okay. Sales document type TYE. Let me explain. This is your item category. Sorry. Group. This is item usage, and this is higher level item category. Okay. So this is nothing but the combination of V1, V4, right? I'm showing you this. Now with the example, I will show you. Let me prepare one. Okay. Now in VO, V4, we have this 4 combinations. Okay. So what will be the result here? Let's suppose I'm creating one order, right? I've entered the material, my item category, my document type is OR, hypothetically speaking. My item category group is norm. Item category group is norm. So with this combination, which we have seen here, right? ZRSM with norm, right? We have system calculated TAN, right? So I will here enter here the default item category was 10, right? TN.
Yeah.
10 was populated, right? This was my answer. Let me. Now, in case of free goods determination with item category as a 10, now what we will do? We will take another, this was an example one, normal. Okay, now with example 2 with free goods. Now here again, my order type will be over. Okay, just remember, carefully observe it. Then my item category is again norm. Okay, then here now remember free, I will enter text as free. Okay, and higher level item category I will keep now as a 10. Please observe this carefully. Okay, this is the same, just correlate now. Here the default item category will be TANN. So you will ask me from where this will get determined. Can you show me in VOV4? So I will go back to VOV4. Okay, now I will search for that combination. Yeah, free, or you can say, you can either enter the text as free, or you can use as a blank.
Same thing, right?
Yeah, and or asterisk. It behaves the same thing, right?
Yeah.
So whether it's a free, a blank, or asterisk, this is the combination. And here you can see the default item category being picked as TNN, right?
Right.
Hope with this short example, you might have understand the significance of item usage.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. So just in the description part of what you can say in this scenario, what you can say, we have used normal order and we have used the free goods determination, right?
Yeah.
So in the normal order, just by entering material and quantity at the line item 1, you will see here the item category 10 updated. But if in case we have configured a free good determination, we will have another ABC material here, again with free goods, let's suppose 20 materials, 10 materials, and here you will find the item category as TNN. Now, since we have not configured the free goods determination, I will again enter this. I will enter 10 materials, and let me quickly check in F4 button whether system gives me. Yes, system can allow me. I will just enter TNN. So can you see this screen now?
Yeah.
Here the price is same, right? It has not changed now. Let's quickly jump to line item 1. I will show you the quantity and net value here. 100 quantities with net 90,000 INR, right?
Right.
Now we will jump to this next item, and here observe the item category is 10. Now I will move to the next item. Here you can see the item category has TNN, which is free of charge, right? And for that, even though my price was PR00, the condition record was existing, but what did system with 10 quantity system give me the net price as 0? Why? Because of item category behavior, right? TNN.
Yeah.
So whenever TNN is there, /OV/06, I think this is the condition type where we configure the condition type TNN. Sorry, I think in the item category itself, I will show you /VOV6, sorry, V7, which is for item category with TNN. Now here the configuration check is B, pricing. What does this means? 100% discount, right? That's why in your sales order, there is no value calculated, right? And another thing is item type A. It's a value item, right? I have just said you.
Yeah.
For 10, it's a value. For 10, it was standard, and for value item, which is free of goods, we are configuring it as a, right?
Yeah.
So these are the checks you need to remember. So, and this is the significance of item usage from this table, VOV4. Okay. Now, quickly, we will jump to the higher level item category. I will again enter here the text. Level item category. Okay. So, system, I will just quickly, system considers the higher level item category to determine item category or sub item, vice versa. This the example which I have showed you here with higher level item category as a 10 and item usage as blank, system calculated 10, right? TNN.
Yeah.
So this is the significance of higher level item category. Both are required. Then only this example will be what you can say logically being set. So in what you can say in a broader perspective, in theoretical way, suppose there is one material, okay, you want to sell it as a normal line item, and along with that you want to sell few other line items but as a free item. So now where you will find those controls, like the pricing, no pricing, and how the system will differentiate whether for the standard item to carry out the pricing and for the free of line items we have to skip it. For that what you can say scenario, we have seen about the free goods. In short, for same material, if the main position is 10, then it the higher level item category, it will behave as 10. And for the sub line item, if in case you want to add some different item categories, so in that case system will what you can say consider the configuration check which you will define in item usage column and the higher level item category, right?
Right.
Now let me quickly check whether for order type or with norm, whether they have used any item usage. Somebody have used the item usage, but it is for some standard recommended. Yeah, you can see here free text. Free is nothing but free of goods. So
Right.
somebody have opt for the default item category as ATN. So this is the example which I wanted to show you via free goods determination. Just remember in VO-V4 transaction, based upon these four combination, the item category gets populated. For the normal behavior, no need to worry, just with the order type, OR and norm, or whether it's a Z customized or with XYZ item category group, the default item category will be automatically being determined at the sales order creation. But if in case we have a free goods, we have a material determination concept. So at that time, the item usage and higher level item category will come into the picture.
I think this is a lot of information up till now.
Yeah. Just quickly, I will show you here for the material determination, what all things are required. We have, again, I will segregate one column here. Yeah. Just bear for 10, 20 minutes more. For material determination, normal scenario. Okay. Normal.
Do you want to like cover this in next session, or is it?
Yeah, we have a lot of things to be covered in next session, but just bear for hearing, because in the next session we have to deal with delivery item category, billing item category, and so on.
Okay.
Okay. Just I will just enter these things. You can go through it at the later stage. So in normal scenario, we have order type OR. We have normal item category group norm only. Okay. So what will happen? There is an item usage which being used in the material determination PSEL, something like this, and PSA2, something like this. Okay, and we have the item category, higher level item category as top TAPA. Okay, so what default item category will system will pick? TAN. Okay, and in the what you can see in the customized way, again we have order type OR with item category group norm. I think I've mentioned below. Okay, then we have the item usage FPS A1. Here I'm not entering any higher level item category. I will keep it as a blank. So how system will behave? System will add what you can say or pick the item category as 10. I will just show this in the system itself. Okay, normal scenario, or you can say manual scenario. Manual. This is automatic. Anyway, whatever you call it. Okay, I will just jump back to the screen. I will use this combination. Okay, position order type is OR, item category group is norm. Okay, now don't worry about what is this item category or what is this usage. For the time being, just remember PSA2. I think it's used for material determination, and higher item categories TAPA. Okay, yeah, it hit the result, and you can see with this four combination, system has picked the default item category as 10, right? Right. Now what I will do, I will not enter the higher level item category. Okay, again I will go here, I will enter the same details. My order type was or my norm, and now here I have just made a slight change. I've used the item category as PS1, and I'm not entering any high level item category. See, system pick tax TX.
But this is something that we have assigned to it, right?
Yes, already this is, I'm showing you what all things SAP has recommended.
Oh, okay.
So the purpose of this is how item category is controlled or how item category is defined. I'm just showing you here. No need to worry about this example. This is just for what you can say information purpose. Don't get confused. So in this way, we have completed the item category assignment also, not from the standard perspective, but we have to define it for our Sulzer Pump sales org structure. I will click on new entries, like my order type is ZRSM, right?
Yep.
My item category group is norm. Now I don't have any item usage or high level item category, but I have to determine the item category as 10, right?
Yep.
An entry already exists. Okay, so already system has calculated this. Let's quickly check ZRSM with norm. It is showing 10, right? But you remember we have created our own item category, right?
Yep.
So what we will do, we'll copy this. We'll copy as, and here we will enter ZSUP, right? I think the target key must be different. Okay, system won't allow you to create again, so we have to.
Yeah, obviously, again, it will be like
a conflict, right?
Right.
So for the time being, then we will use ZSUP. Okay, we will save it.
So now, like a lot of issues that you see, like for example, in the middle of the orders that you have changed the item category, right? Will that be inconsistent in the system? Is it recommended to, like, once you go live, then you know, like the way you do it, like for any document type or anything like that, it will create an inconsistency, you know, in the future orders and the back orders?
Yes, yes. So whenever we have any new requirement, we usually test it in the, what you can say, the testing or the
The
quality
test
environment.
system, right?
Yes.
But you cannot change the existing.
No, no, no. We cannot change it because it will be a global impact for all the sites, right?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but you can, if in case there is no requirement like to create a new ones and but to change in the existing ones, then you can send a global news outlet to all the sites that we have done so and so changes and this will be impacting blah 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 points or the tabs. So please be aware and so on, or keep a check and so on. If it's a site specific, then you can opt for a customized order type, item category, and so on. But the same order type or the item categories is being used by all the sites, irrespective of what you can say, entire in the globe of your organization. Then it is better to change it in the testing environment and to carry out the perfect testing, regression testing, and so on. And then you can give a news outlet about the specific changes which you have made.
Yeah.
Okay. So similarly, we have defined and we have assigned it. Now, in this schedule line, I will just quickly show you because hardly there are few tabs. We can quickly cover it so that in the next session, we will go with delivery and billing type. Okay.
Okay.
So I will just close all these scenarios now. I have used this Aspero path, but if in case you want the shortcut transaction /n VOV6, okay, here I will use the standard recommended only CN and CP, right?
Yep.
I've showed you. This is the CP /OVOV6 again, and I will compare with CN with MRP, without MRP. Okay. Can you see the changes? Hardly there are any changes, right? The
Just a
first
check box.
change, yeah, the first one, item relevant for delivery, and at the below you will find the availability and product allocation, right? No changes.
Right.
So either you can use CP or CN, no issue. Okay, you can use CP or CN, no issue. We will use CP for the time being. Okay, so I will quickly show you what all pre-checks are required here. Okay, both the scheduling item categories are same, so any of those we can use it for our demo purpose. And the standard recommended schedule item categories are listed down in the column S, or sorry, T. Okay, for sales order I have mentioned this. For return order also there I have mentioned. And rest of the process flow like credit memo, debit memo, invoice request, scheduling item category is not required. Even for the quantity contract, value contract, scheduling agreements, the scheduling item category is not required. Okay.
I mean, you can
So,
still make it, but it's not mandatory.
yes, it's not mandatory. Correct. So delivery block by the name itself, if in case you want to block it, you will block. You can have a check here. So just remember about the general points which we were adding here. Let me shift it here. You have seen the delivery block at the sales document level also, right?
Yeah.
So this is again an SAP certification question. General question at the schedule line item category, you will find the delivery block. Just remember. Okay. Then comes the movement type. This is the very most important part. If you just click on F4 button, you will find thousands of movement types. Not all movement types are required, but from the sales and distribution perspective, we will be creating order, then we will be delivering it, right? So, but obvious, we will be using that particular movement type. So SAP recommended movement type is 601, which is for goods issue, right? 601. Simple way to demonstrate. Similarly, when you are creating a written order, let's suppose, hypothetically speaking, you are creating a written order with reference to your main invoice. So at that time, you can opt for the written order. I think it is something 645. Not 6. I'm not able to recollect now. It is something here itself. 602 is for where it is. It's for reversal of goods issue, and 655 or something is there. I will show you in the next session. Okay, no need to worry. But for the time being, just remember when you post a PGI, right? We have posted PGI for our sales order, which we have demonstrated in our first session. This was our order. If I just quickly show you the delivery document, right? If you go to the goods movement data, here you can see the movement type, right? Said you're getting a point, right?
Yeah.
So once we have posted the goods issue, the movement type was automatically updated. So once you have a return sales order, at that time a return goods movement will be posted. If in case you are using some consignment issue, so GI with consignment, GI with lending, blah blah blah, these movement types will be updated. So the configuration check you should maintain at the scheduling line level. Okay,
Got it.
then comes item relevant for delivery. By the name itself, if you check it, then only the schedule line will be relevant for delivery, else it will not. Straight away answer. Okay, then what you can say, the order type. This is usually used when we are creating the STO process, the IPO process, or maybe for creating auto purchase requisition. At that time, we use this order type, and the order type which we use by the standard recommended is NB. There is a SAP certification question which is asked usually, like when we are creating a sales order, we enter the material and quantity. At the scheduling line level, we see purchase requisition being created. So what are the configuration checks we need to maintain? So at that time, you have to say that in the scheduling line item category, we have to mention the order type as NB. If I just click on F1, you can see here, identifier allowing the differentiation between the different kinds of requisition and the purchase order. So this is one of the field which controls the purchase requisition. So we have to enter the purchase requisition type as NB. Okay.
Yeah.
Then comes the item category. Don't get confused with the item categories which we have just configured. This is the item category from the purchase requisition point. Like for the third party or IPO, okay, the purpose of the item category in the schedule and item category is like, let's suppose a sales document we have created, we have saved it, okay. But in document also, this requirement need to be transferred, right? So via which medium it will be transferred? It will be transferred via purchase requisition. So in order to update the purchase requisition users that, hey, we have created this sales order, and in this sales order we have this material with so and so quantity. So in order to update those information at the purchase requisition level, we have to use the item categories. So here you can see few item categories, like for third party, which I just mentioned. For the consignment, you can mention. For the stock transfer, you can mention. Okay.
Yeah.
So these are the checks, like the NB order type you have to mention. You have to mention the item category. Then here comes the purchase requisition delivery schedule. This is nothing but we check this only for the CB item category. Okay, we check this in order to transfer the delivery dates and the confirmed quantity information which we have copied from sales order to purchase requisition. If I just click on F1, they will show you the same details, like goods generated by purchase requisition may be shipped directly from your vendor to customer. However, if you want the goods firstly come to you and then the system can automatically redetermine blah blah blah. Basically, this is used for that purpose. So this is nothing but the information which will be transferred while, if in case we are opting for goods which needs to be delivered from vendor to the end customer or from vendor to our store location.
Okay.
So at that time we have to apply this check. Okay. Then we have account assignment category. You might have seen this field This will controls whether to generate the inventory accounting document or not at the time of PGI, right?
Right.
In our case, we have posted the PGI, the accounting document was created. So how this accounting document was created? Based upon this entry. As of now, for this plan, which is already deleted, we don't see this, but usually we have this check. Okay. Then we have again the incompletion procedure, same like what we have seen in the sales document type and the item category. Similarly, you have this field in the item category itself. So you can apply the check. Now they have used 30 as the SAP recommended, which is for delivery relevant scheduling line. Okay. And here few checks are there, 3 tabs are there. You can find requirement assembly, availability check, and product allocation. Okay, the requirement assembly, this is one of the prerequisite to transfer the sales order requirement to MRP. If you check this, then only the sales order quantity will be updated in the MR0 MRP type. Let me quickly demonstrate you, or else we will demonstrate it in the next session. Okay, for the time being, just remember this definition. You can also click on F1 and check this. But in the layman's language, if we check this, then only the sales order quantity will be updated in the MRP list. Okay. Then comes the availability check. This is one of the prerequisite to perform the availability check in sales order. You might have seen about the check, which usually I get when I create one order type with ZRSM, right? /n V01. When I was creating the sales order, I've entered these things, right? And system shows me this, right? So how the system is showing? Because this is availability check tick has been applied. This is one of the parameter which will show you the availability check control pop-up here. Okay, and product allocation by the name itself. If you want to reserve some stock for any XYZ customer, in order to meet the future requirements, you can use the product allocation check. If in case you want, you can maintain it. If in case you don't want, you can just keep it. Okay.
Got it. Yeah.
So we will be keeping this scheduling item category as standard only. Okay. Once you have defined it in the Aspero path itself, you can see here. Once you have defined it, we have to just assign it, right? So for assigning, I have mentioned here what you can say, the combination scheduling item category determination. It is determined based upon the combination of item category plus MRP type. Simple way, right? Here also you can see item category, MRP type, and here you will find the scheduling item category. Let's suppose for GSUP, we will check with MRP type as PD. You can see CP is there, right?
Right.
By default, it was captured. Let's suppose I have item category as stand with MRP type as PD. So it will show again CP, right?
Yeah, so it's the same rule logic that you're
yeah. Yes, correct. You have picked correctly. Okay, so you have to just once you have defined, you have to click it, you have to select, you can go and check the details.
Yeah.
Simple.
So for me, I think that I also was wondering that if there's a assignment, like just because I need to start practicing it. I did practice a little bit, but again, at the end of the day, if there's an assignment, it basically drives you in the right direction.
Assignment in the sense I've said you that you can create your own organization structure. Maybe you can copy your what you can say the Harley Davidson enterprise structure example, and you can practice in this idea system also. That will be also okay. You have to just select one sales organization, one distribution channel, one division, one sales office, one sales group, and so on. Just pick one enterprise structure, copy it in one Excel or the Word document, and just start creating it. That's it. No need to create 2 different distribution channel. Just keep it as simple as possible.
Okay.
Right. So please start practicing with your own enterprise structure. By the way, have you created 10 customers and 10 materials?
Not yet. No, 'cause I
Okay.
was just waiting for the I mean I can still create it today, but it's just that I wanted to like follow up the videos. It's
Okay.
been I've since after session 2, I think I have not catch up on the videos. I know we have to today is I'm just planning on doing all that stuff.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
because my
Today's assignment for you is you create your own enterprise structure firstly in your own Excel sheet, map everything, and then you can start with your customer material and so on.
yeah.
At least by the time we reach with what you can say the content like this copy controls, till then you should be creating your, or you should have your standalone enterprise structure ready with you.
So up till now we are on unit 4, right?
Yes, we are in the unit 4. We are discussing about these things.
Okay.
But now from this session onwards, as I've said, I will not go with this unit session because I'm going in the chronological way. Like we have set up the enterprise structure, right?
Yeah.
Then we have created customer material, the basic other master data. Then we are seeing how the document types are configured, right? So I will be going in this sequence because if I just jump directly from sales document type to free goods, then it will be okay. What is this? How you? It will not be able to correlate or link it. So we will define this sales order structure. Then we will see pricing, how the pricing is configured. Then we will see some output and text control. Then we will see the availability check, transfer of requirement, delivery scheduling, back order processing, rescheduling. Then we will jump with the business special process like free goods, material determination, incomplete log, listing exclusion, and so on.
Okay. So our next session is pricing.
No. I have made 3 sessions, but yesterday since we lost our time, so that's why. Yeah. So I wanted to cover in 2 sessions only, so that in the last session I could cover up your doubts and we can focus more on copy controls. Copy control is nothing but usually a ABAPer is required. Okay, full and final, what you can say, a straightforward answer to you. For copy controls, ABAPer is required unless and until you will not be able to deliver these things. But if in case you are opting for standard scenario wherein you are using all the standard recommended order types, item categories, and so on, then in that case already system have a pre-check configuration done in the backend. So no need to look it. But since this is the part of the course structure, then I will be showing you the copy controls.
Thank you.
Thanks, Seth. Have a nice weekend.
Take care.
Take care. Bye.
Thank you for attending the session. I hope you all enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Also feel free to ask your questions in the comment section below, and we will reply to them at the earliest.